pink one, if you'll please.
I'll take the stripe.
The stripe. 6 or 7?
7, my dear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pick one.
I'll pick that one.
Okay, you got 3. See what your fortune is. It says, you'll make a pie.
Okay. I think I got one. Hey guys, you're watching 31 and Count. I'm Eric Lee and this is
Anaya.
And today we're going to be making, let me get down so you can see both of us. Today we're going to be making caramel pie, but we're going to be making it kind of the cheat way. I guess you can call it a cheat way. We're going to be using condensed milk. Now by condensed milk, I am talking about this stuff. It's not name brand, it's the first time we're trying it and we'll be using that. And make sure you don't get this. This is evaporated milk. It will not work. So for this, you do need condensed milk. We have 2, how big are these cans? 14-ounce cans. And I don't know, I've seen on the internet, it looks pretty cool, pretty easy to make. We got pie crust and stuff, and it takes a little while to do, about 3 hours, but it's fairly easy. You think you can do it by yourself and I?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. So we're finna get to it. So first thing we're gonna do is take a pot, empty pot. This one's big because you have to keep water in here for it to boil. And we're gonna put in our 2 cans. Put our 2 cans in first.
Then we're going to put in our water.
Alright, so all we're going for is we want the water to be above the tops. As you can see, we're there. We're gonna go a little further though. We're gonna go about a fingertip above. And that's about it. And cut that water off. Naya's gonna grab the camera. I will be putting it on the stove. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring, let me see if you see me. Ah, you see me just fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this to a boil and put the lid on top. And that's pretty much it. The only thing that we're going to be doing cheating wise is you have to have enough water covering it at all times, and water, it evaporates. So what we're going to do is have a second pan full of water that we can just keep this, that's at boiling temperature, just fill it up from time to time, maybe every 30 minutes. Guys, I'm going to let you know what it looks like when it starts boiling.
This video is brought to you by Nutrition Nation. Nutrition
Nation has these nice cups and they're on a really good sale right now. That's the one I picked out. Key obviously went with the brown one. I don't know why. She's all about that life. Anaya got a blue one. When there were pink ones available as well. I just love you can see that logo. It's pretty cool. The shirts are awesome too. I just thought I'd give them a shout out. I really love that company. It's so friendly, nice and everything. And they're local. They're in Weatherford. Right now, if we get back to what we're doing right now with this boiling, as you can see, things are, ooh, don't want to fog up this camera. Things are starting to boil. And the first thing that happens is you end up, let me get this off here. The paper is off of them, which is, that's awesome. But it's finally come to a boil. I'm gonna bring the temperature down to about 7. Put the lid back on and I'm gonna wait about another, every half hour I'm gonna check it out, make sure the water hasn't dropped too far. It should slow down mostly because we have the lid on. So I should keep water in there fairly, for a decent amount of time. I also have this water in the back that's warm. It's not boiling yet, it will, but like a small simmer just so the temperature stays pretty high, and when I add water to what I'm doing already, it shouldn't take a while I won't lose a boil. That's what I'm trying to get at, all these words. All right, well, I got my sous chef. She's gonna make sure we stay on top of everything. Just smile and don't do nothing else, just smile and wave. All right guys, I'll see y'all in a second.
So guys, it's been 30 minutes. Let's see what it looks like. Will you please open it? Look at that.
The lid is hot and the water is still, I knew that was gonna happen. The water is still above the can, so we're still really good. It's been 30 minutes. This is gonna go on till 3:30, and then we're gonna let things cool down. But this is very uneventful. As you can see, the water in the background is still simmering away. I guess I'll see you guys when it's done. All right, guys, so it has been 3 hours. 3 hours have passed, and I'm taking it out of the water now. Anaya just cut off the water. I'm gonna transport it from the pot onto this cooling rack. Oh yeah, so here we go. Let me see if I can get this out. Don't judge me, guys. I'm just gonna pull this out of the water. Get some of that water off the top.
That looks really hot.
It is very hot.
Oh, that's
pretty hot. So I'm pulling the second one out now. I had to drain the water out, at least most of it. This is very difficult, as you can see. Probably need better utensils than the ones I have. I'm just gonna use this towel and get this last one out. There we go. All right, so the reason why, let me see. Okay, there we go. The reason why we're gonna let these cool to room temperature is because there's pressure on them. They've been cooking for 3 hours, boiling heat, and anything can happen. You open them up, the stuff's gonna be hot. It's gonna be boiling hot, caramel all over you, and you're gonna regret it. You're probably gonna have to go to the hospital. So we're gonna let this cool for 30 minutes to an hour. Some people said 15 minutes, and when they showed the video, they splashed themselves. And other people said 4 hours. I don't wanna wait that long. I'm thinking an hour, 30 minutes to an hour is enough time, guys. See you in a second. So guys, we're back, and it has been an hour and 20 minutes. 1 hour, 20 minutes, and I'm gonna pop open these cans. I'm gonna use a paper towel over top to make sure that if anything does come out, you know, a little bit of hot caramel, I don't wanna get burned immediately. I'm gonna hand the camera to Anaya. All right, so just open one at a time. Here's nothing. Okay, that opened clean. And we have caramel. Let's see what it tastes like. It's good. It's really good. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here. Go ahead and start pouring it. It's already thickened up pretty good. Oh, it smells so good, guys. I wish you could smell it. Maybe the next one I'll let Anaya do by herself. But this is really, really easy to do. You know, you just gotta watch, pay attention to what you're doing, but anybody can do it. This is a little flimsy. I might have to get the rest of it with a spoon. See, this one, a little bit, when I opened it, came off. But it's been more than enough time for it to be, don't judge me, that's so good. But enough time has passed by for, the caramel's not very hot, but it's still manageable where I can work it fairly easy. See, this one, pretty much the same boat. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smear this around and lay it out flat, and then throw it in the freezer for about an hour. Then I'm gonna put the whipped cream on top afterwards. See you in a second. All right, guys, so I missed one step, and you can skip it if you don't like nuts. But this is very sweet, and it's gonna be a pretty soft texture, you know, after being frozen and all that. But I like more texture, so I'm gonna add a little pecans to it. You don't have to. It doesn't take anything away from it, but I just like the way pecans give it a little bit of texture, a little crunch to it mid through. And now these aren't toasted or anything like that. I guess I could have took some time to toast them, but I like pecans just the way they are.
It's been 1 hour. Now it's time to pull it out.
So It's a brand new package. Probably gonna use the whole amount. Gonna use the whole amount in here. I don't like when it's firm like this, so I'm just gonna mix it up. Get a little bit of that air out of there. Oh yeah. This also kind of makes it a little easier for me to pour over the top. Okay, it's just fluffy. All right, let's go ahead and get a good amount on here.
Look at that.
Now, some people might be asking why I didn't get the spray can. I'm not a big fan of the spray version of whipped cream. I don't know, just I'd rather have a whole tub. I don't know, maybe I'm weird like that. If you prefer it, you use it, but this is what I'm gonna use, and I think it's gonna, wow, this caramel firmed up real good and nice. But this is pretty much it, guys. So what we're gonna do after this is we're gonna spread this out, throw it back in the freezer. As you can see, this is the thing that goes on it when you get the package. Just flip it over on the other side, and now you got your lid. Works out perfect. If you didn't know that, I didn't know that at first, but you know, I'm a quick learner. Anyway, I'm gonna finish putting this on here, and this is pretty much it. Right now you could serve it, but it wouldn't slice as well, so freeze it for about 2 more hours, and that's it, man. You got your caramel from a can pie. Is good. I'm glad you guys could enjoy this. Today's the day before Thanksgiving, so you got plenty of time to make it for your family and friends. You're watching 31 and Counting. I'm Eric Lee, and we out.